it's your first time tuning in or you're watching the replay, my name is Jordan Obeas. I'm the founder of dayNumber.io, and I've been documenting my journey for the last 281 days. And really, my mission is to support early stage founders to really fulfill their mission, to help document their journey daily, honestly, and not disappear. Right. So, um, the topic for today that I wanted to share is also, I forgot to mention that I'm a professional magician as well. I've been practicing and performing for the last 23 years. And the topic for today that I want to mention is if you're a founder, you need to hear this message because, over the last 281 days, even yesterday, I did apply to Y Combinator finally. I got the video done. And, there's some part of me that's like, okay, I want to get this. I don't know if it's going to happen or, maybe it's not possible because I'm too early stage, but there's another part of me that says, hey, you never know. You never know if it could happen or not. And so the key mindset that, I have to keep going with and have, holy crap. Hang on a second, guys. I'm just on this road right here. You can see there's a ambulance. Yeah, so that's why it's so noisy. But, the key mindset we need to have as founders is, holy cow. Crazy, watch. And I don't know where they're going, but going somewhere. Yeah, the key mindset that we need to have as founders is that anything is possible. You got to go for it because I was watching. I saw a post yesterday on Steve Jobs when he got his first an investment of $250,000, and it's not that he got that investment from his first. Hey, Shriram, what's going on? Welcome. How's it going? It's not that he got approved for his first investor, or he said somebody told him yes right away. He had to pitch many investors prior to that before he got investment into Apple. So it's like anything's possible because at the end of the day, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know who's gonna see our idea. As far as most people know, they have no idea what people need and want. They have somewhat of an idea of what people need and want, but they don't know fully, right? People didn't know they needed an iPhone. People didn't know we were gonna have TikTok, or we were gonna have we needed cars, back then. Look at all these cars here. Just over 150 years ago, there was no cars. These were all horse and buggy. This was all dirt road, right? So it's like we don't look at this. I'm at a dealership right now. Like before, there was none of this 150 years ago. But prior to this, people were thought, oh man, there's not going to be cars around or whatever. We don't need cars. We need a faster horse and buggy or something like that, right? So that's why you're going to have to find, the key thing about that post is that you have to keep sharing your dream and your vision, to people until somebody gets it, right? You're going to find people that get it. There's 7 billion or almost 8 billion people in this world. There's got to be somebody that gets your idea eventually, right? But you have to be willing and you have to know and be convicted enough to know that, okay, my idea matters, right? And that you're committed, So that's why I count my day number is, how long I've been building is because, it keeps me focused. It keeps me focused to know, okay, today's day number 281. I got to do something about it, So that's one of the key things that I wanted to share with you guys is that it's all possible. If you're a founder watching this, anything's possible. And I believe that you guys can do it. Hey, Swelled Up. Yo, I'm back. Welcome. Remember, in horror, yes. What's up, man? Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Everything's up, eh? Nice, nice. Yeah, just walking through. I was here yesterday with the family, Mandarin. Do you guys have buffets where you're at? You want to ask a question? Sure, ask a question, man. Go ahead. You already did ask a question. So this is your second question. Go ahead. Uh, what's up? Welcome, welcome, everyone. If you're just tuning in, um, I go live every day. Been documenting my journey for the last 281 days, and yeah, again, my mission is to help early stage founders to fulfill their mission with what they're doing. So, yeah, what are you guys building right now? I'd love to know. Why do you keep streaming even when you get little views? What motivates you to do it? Yeah, honestly, for me, this is my accountability to myself. That's why I do it, right? I do it so that potentially, eventually, and it's also a documentation of like kind of like a video journal, basically. If you look at how many, if you look at 281 days ago, I started documenting my journey of what I'm building right now. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see, and it's that's the three main things that's helped me keep going is knowing how many days I've been building, documenting my journey daily, and then posting it publicly to hold me accountable to keep going. Even on days when nothing really happened, like yesterday, when I applied to my coordinator, I submitted my application, but that's pretty much it. So definitely on days when I didn't really want to do anything or submit anything or document my journey, it helped me to keep going and not quit. So that was the main thing. What was your first job? My first job was, honestly, I did a factory job. Back when I was 13, I worked, I think, 1 or 2 days in a pillow factory that a family friend owned. And then, but my first actual job when I was like 16, I was like customer service person, doing at a bowling center. So, yeah, that was an interesting time too. Hey, how about you, man? What was your first job? Okay, yeah. So now, I'm focused on helping founders to, create, to create companies that could potentially impact billions of lives and impact billions of people. You know, well, I'm actually a kid. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, look, my daughter, she's 8, she's turning 9, and I helped her last year make $1,000. She was, I took her business to business. At first, she sold like, some of her toys that she didn't want anymore, like these little toys. We put them in bags of, 12 years old. Hey, it's all good, man. 12 years old. You're still, you're almost 13, man. Trust me, a 12-year-old, you're already hitting like almost puberty. So, you can make money as well. Like I was saying to my daughter, last year I helped her make $1,000 at least. We went out like probably 7 or 8 times, and I took her business to business. Each time she made like, first time she made like $134, second time like 150, and then each time after that it was like over $200, right? So there's other stories of people who are super successful now. They started when they were early. They started coding when they were early. I think Bill Gates, Bill Gates, when he was, luckily enough, he was in a private school that had a computer and he was like coding like nonstop. Michael Dell, the guy that invented or started Dell Computers, he was 13 and he was like, he was, a waiter at some places. He was helping people buy and sell like vintage coins or sort of stamps. So yeah, anything's possible. You want to be a mechanic? Well, start. If you want to make some money now, like maybe help deliver parts. Do something. With AI and with the internet, you could pretty much make money at any age. Doesn't matter how old you are, right? Don't let age be a determining factor of whether or not you can actually start something. Start coding now. Start vibe coding now. Use the tools that we have access to now, and that's what Elon Musk even did when he was younger. He started coding at an early age. Right now, you have AI. You can literally create a tool or a product. Um, right now, when you don't have a career, family, or kids or anything like that, this is the best time at a young early age to start building. You know, so there's a guy who created Cal AI, I think, and he just sold to a company at 18 years old for probably 100 million, right? But he started when he was like 14 or 13 or something like that. So start now. Start now when you're young, right? Um, yeah. Who else is here? Who else is here? Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you're tuning in, you're never too early to start. Anything is possible. I mean, I started doing magic, practicing and performing magic when I was 13, right? So that was 23 years ago, right? If you want to be a mechanic, start tinkering with stuff right now. Start looking at cars. Be curious about them. Start learning about them. Go on YouTube. Go to like a mechanic shop, like with your parents or whatever, and like start inquiring or asking about how the engine works. Or you could literally go online right now and start looking up how things work. Right. All right, man. Have a great day. Have a great day, man. So yeah, anybody out here, even if you're not that young and you're 20 or 30, you're never too late to start. You know, even if you're 45 or 50, um, you can actually still build something. You're here on this planet. You're still alive. You're still breathing. Anything is possible, right? So yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Go get them. Do something with it, man. Don't just sit on your ass and do nothing. All right. Don't waste your life. Thinking that, oh, you have to fit in with the crowd. Okay, like, because the crowd, guess what they do? The masses, they become consumers, and they just consume. They consume. They consume. They consume, and that's what the people and the current system want you to do: is stay as consumers, right? Not creators. But the creators are the ones who are actually building something and become wealthy, right? So consume less and create more. Have that ratio of creating more than you consume, and you'll get so excited about creating that you'll you just want to give. You just want to give to people, and I think that's what we need to move in this direction right now. With especially with all the tools that we have access to. It's so easy to create stuff right now. It's so easy. So but yeah, if you are a founder, you want some support, I'm here to support. Start documenting your journey daily. Use the tool that I created, dayNumber .io. The link is in the description, and would love to support you on your journey. Of building what it is that you're building. So, um, but yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. I go live every single day. Like and subscribe. Um, Shout out to Swalled Up. Who else is here? I think he was the only one that commented. And Shreeram. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Day number 281. I'm out.